Alright guys, so now that we went ahead and tested our E85 kit for leaks and everything is good, now it's time to move on to our lower degree thermostat to make sure that this truck stays cool, runs cool, and makes the most amount of power for the longest period of time, right? Because cooler engines make more power. So alright guys, so for this install we're going to need a thermostat. We're going to use a Katech 160 degree. The part number on this is a KAT A7248 for 160 degrees. Cute little thing. We're gonna need a 10mm socket, a plastic bag, and some rags. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna grab a couple of rags and we're gonna shove them in here, just in there. Okay. I'm gonna grab a marker fiber. Those are really absorbent. And now we get our bag, and our bag here is going to be utilized to try to capture as much of the coolant as possible to avoid squeaky belts. Okay guys, so what we're trying to achieve here is try to minimize the amount of coolant that touches our accessory drive, because if we don't, that coolant's going to get into our pulleys. They're going to start squeaking and squealing, and we do not want that. So we're going to try to keep them as dry as possible. That's why we're taking all these preventative measures. But now let's go ahead and take off that thermostat. That's one. That's two. And that's three. Alright guys, and this is simple. You simply push down and twist, and it comes right off. Okay, and here's our thermostat. This is our stalker. Okay guys, so now we'll go ahead and get our Katech thermostat. Has a little point here. You're gonna slide that into the little hole. There it is. Nice fitment. We're gonna reinstall our spring. I would say keep it together just like this. Reinstall our spring. Now we simply push down. Come on, come on. And we twist. There it goes. Okay, and you have to make sure that these little tabs are locked in place. It should not be able to twist anymore. See that? It's locked in place. Okay, perfect. Okay, what I like to do is I like to take my gasket out of here, and I like to put it in here. Make sure that it doesn't get messed up. Just put it in here first. Okay, just like that. Okay, do that, put it in there, reinstall our bolts, start them off by hand. Okay, alright guys, so the coolant that came forward, I was able to catch it, but some of it went back and I didn't think ahead, so I don't have a pan down there, just slacking. So now I have some cleaning up to do, but thermostat's in. Go ahead and secure it by hand. Okay, I'm gonna grab all our rags, and for the most part our accessory drive there is pretty much dry. So like I said, most of the coolant fell backwards, and the little bit that fell forward, we caught it with the bag. So let's go ahead and open our reservoir and turn the truck on and make sure we get all the air out and this thing topped off. have no belt spill, which is awesome. We have no leaks coming from the thermostat housing. Nice and dry. So what we're gonna do right now is just throw a little bit of clean water at the skid plate to just make sure we rinse off any coolant that might have fell in there and got trapped. We're gonna clean up our mess. While we do that, we're gonna go ahead and leave the truck running, make sure that we get all the bubbles and air out of the system, because those bubbles will actually make all that trapped air in the radiator and in the block and everything will actually make your truck overheat, and it's going to defeat the purpose. So let's let it run with the cap off and make sure we get all those bubbles off. We'll top it off accordingly and it should be ready to go. Alright guys, I don't know where my head's at. There's no damn skid plate under there. I poured the water straight out to the floor. My buddy took out the skid plate for some weird reason. Alright guys, it's a wrap. I'm gonna go ahead and let it run for a little bit, top it off accordingly, and I'll see you guys over at KP Fab and Tune. We're gonna tune this bad girl on some E85, and well, we'll see how much power she puts down. See you guys there later.